Dear student, I am going to dictate you a legal matter, page number 17, CCSE, some tough word, trivial nature, prosecution, harassment, stretching, omnibus, glaring inconsistencies, discrepancies, scare, scarcely, far-fetching, retaliatory tactics, afterthought, vexatious, ingenious, stall. The speed will be between 80 to 90 words per minute. Start. Section 482 Criminal Proceedings Quas ability. Considering nature of allegations against appellant, which are of very trivial nature, and considering the fact that there is no progress made in the proceedings since charge sheet was filed against appellant in the year 2015. Continuing the proceedings would be prosecution and harassment. To appellant. Case pending without trial since 2015 in the court of CJM. Petty incident took place in their office should have been resolved by the parties on that day itself. Instead of stretching it so far, criminal proceedings pending in the court of CJM against appellant quest and set aside. Impugned order of High Court refusing to quash criminal proceeding not justified. Section 482 Criminal Proceedings Quashability Counterus of power to quash criminal proceedings under Section 482 are well defined by various judicial pronouncements. Section 482 First Information Report Quashability FIR under Section 480 498A of IPC and Sections 3 and 4 of the Dowry Prohibition Act 1981. High Court refused to quash FIR registered for various offences, including Section 498A of IPC, allegations of harassment for dowry by the wife against husband's family members in the midst of matrimonial dispute are mostly general in and omnibus in nature, without any specific details as to how in-laws who lived in different cities altogether subjected her to harassment for dowry. Certain glaring inconsistencies and discrepancies, allegations against appellants are wholly insufficient and prima facie do not make out a case against them. Instant case falls squarely in categories 1 and 5 set out in State of Haryana versus Bhajanlal 1992 SCC 335, permitting criminal process to go on against appellants would result in clear and patent injustice. Fit case for High Court to exercise its inherent power under Section 482 to quash FIR and consequential proceedings. FIR and criminal case pending on the file of Judicial Magistrate First Class stand quashed insofar as appellants are concerned. Section 482 First Information Report Quashability Appellant's sister-in-law, mother-in-law and father-in-law and husband of respondent number 2 were made accused for offences punishable under sections 498A and 34 of IPC and under section 4 of Dowry Prohibition Act 1961. Allegations insofar as they relate to appellants seem far-fetched and not inspire confidence. Facts in totality evince that respondent number 2 resided for less than 3 weeks in the matrimonial home from the date the marriage was solemnized, then lived with her husband at Hyderabad for quite some time and finally moved to London and then Sweden. Subsequently, respondent number 2, upon returning to India, filed a criminal case in question. Criminal case in question is retaliatory tactics. Insofar as appellants are concerned, charges against appellants are in afterthought. FIR in question, as far as appellants are concerned, is an abuse of the process of the court. Appellants are to be protected against vexatious and unwarranted criminal prosecution and from unnecessarily being put through the rigors of an eventual trial. Supreme Court NIP, the instant prosecution in the bud. Impugned judgment of High Court set aside. FIR in question stands quest qua appellants. However, instant judgment shall not preclude respondent number 2 from pursuing other lawful remedies if so advisable against husband in India or Sweden as the case may be. Section 482, second petition under Section 482, maintainability. Though there can be no blanket rule that second petition under Section 482 would not lie in any situation, and it would depend upon facts and circumstances of individual case, but second petition is not maintainable under Section 482 on ground that were available for challenge even at time of filing of first petition. Permitting filing of successive petitions under Section 482 would enable an ingenious accused to effectively stall the proceedings against him to suit his own merit, interest, and convenience by filing one petition after another under Section 482, irrespective of whom the cause therefore arose. Such abuse of process stop